chicken it and make her name it gay!
G'day guys and welcome to Raging Rhino. With the first 4 episodes of The Acolyte being released, a lot of people are asking questions like how and why certain things are the way they are. And of course, why are characters acting the way that they're acting and things like that. But I think another big question on a lot of people's mouths right now is, where is the $180 million? How can this possibly cost that much? Now, I think I've broken the code, to be honest with you. It's actually got nothing to do with what's happening on screen. It's actually what happens behind the scenes. So I just want to share a couple of things with you here really quickly. So we had an intimacy coordinator for this show. I don't know why we need an intimacy coordinator for a Star Wars show for The Acolyte, but we've got this intimacy coordinator named Adelaide Waldrop. I think that's how you would say the name. I'm not too sure, but that's the name. So this person here, of course, has credits on 7 episodes of The Acolyte. So if we go into previous work and we check out the first 4 episodes, they're all there. We have the intimacy coordinator for those first 4 episodes. And then we look at what's coming up, and there's 3 more, which are the next 3 episodes, episodes 5, 6, and 7. Now, I've got to ask, what have we seen so far that we would need an intimacy coordinator for? Episode 1, okay, maybe Yord with his top off. Episode 2, I can't think of anything, to be honest with you, on why they would need an intimacy coordinator for episode 2. Episode 3, of course, you've got the orgasmic lesbian witches doing their little trance thing and having a massive multiple orgasm with each other. And of course, you had the 2 mothers and their little face touch. And Disney, of course, don't have the balls to go all in on actually showing a lesbian couple kiss. And then in episode 4, I honestly can't think of anything other than the Jackie and Osha little interactions that they have and how, oh, you're going to miss me, little pout and all of that sort of garbage.
Don't tell me you'll miss me. You care about me.
But the thing is these are supposed to be actors. I don't know why we need an intimacy coordinator for something like anything that we've seen in these first 4 episodes so far. And I certainly don't know why we need an intimacy coordinator for the next 3 episodes. We'll have to wait and see in regards to what we're going to get. Are we going to get some sex scene or something? I can't imagine what we are going to see that needs an intimacy coordinator. But like I said, why do we need an intimacy coordinator for episode 2? I also want to point this out too. Looking at Adelaide's Twitter page, Twitter bio, of course, what do you get? Pronouns in the bio. She, her, and hers. Now, there's been a lot of people in the last day or so that have been talking about how Leslie Headland's now backpedaling on her queer identity stuff that she's putting into this show. If you go all the way back to 2021, Leslie Headland was saying how this show is going to reflect her own queer identity, right? And now she's coming out because everybody's pointing it out and saying, well, it seems to be that this is the only identity that this show has. It has no plot. It has no story. The only real reason why this is there is to push the LGBTQ and the queer identity and the identity politics bullshit that we keep getting in amongst all the entertainment that we get these days. But it's so full on in this series. And of course, coming out and saying that I don't think the series is queer with a capital Q, basically starting to do damage control and backpedaling on that narrative. But of course, throughout the week, we had Daphne Keane come out and say that Jackie has feelings for Osha in The Acolyte. She played the character in episode 3 like she has a crush on Osha. So to come out and actually say that this doesn't have the queerness and the gayness that people think that it's actually got in it and it doesn't deserve this criticism, no, I think it clearly does deserve that criticism. But how much did this intimacy coordinator get paid for 7 episodes of The Acolyte when really we've had probably about 5 minutes at most of any intimacy on the screen? And why can't these actors just act that without actually needing an intimacy coordinator to push them through it? It wouldn't surprise me if they had someone behind the scenes that was telling all the actors to make sure that you ask the other actors, can I touch you? Is it okay? Do you give me consent just to touch you? It would not surprise me in the slightest. So, of course, this was a massive waste of money, right? Employing an intimacy coordinator for this show. But it actually goes even further than that in regards to where the hell is the $180 million that you spent on this show? And I came across this little nugget where, I don't know if it's Sky Talks, this is just the channel that's got the video. Now, I saw this on Twitter, I retweeted the tweet, and of course got blocked by the person that put it up. So I couldn't show it there, I had to go and find it, but just take a listen to what Daphne Keane says here.
Lot of saber work. We had force training, which is really weird, which is just like you go in this room with this woman, called Alex, and she just teaches you how to like do this basically, but make it look cool. And she's like,
they had force training to show them how to wave their hand. Gee, I wonder, like George Lucas, did you ever need to employ somebody to come in and teach your actors how to wave your hand like they're using the force? Just make it natural and make it feel like that's you that's doing it. That's all you really need to say to the person, don't you? They had to go in with this another woman behind the scenes to help them do force training. Now, yes, I can understand the lightsaber training, right? That's, you know, the choreography of the lightsaber training and everything. But to actually have somebody come in, listen to it again.
A lot of saber work. We had force training, which is really weird, which is just like you go in this room with this woman, called Alex, and she just teaches you how to like do this basically, but make it look cool. And she's like, and you're pulling the force from the ground, and you're like, yeah, Alex, okay. It's really weird. And then you do like 4 hours a day of just you with sticks hitting things. Just really fun.
It was stupid sticks hitting things, but it was really fun. Like the way these people talk about it is like they're not invested in it at all. You know, you see Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor back in the prequel days before Ewan McGregor became a little cuck, a little bitch. But you see them when they're doing their training and stuff and they're invested. And Hayden Christensen, especially Hayden, has taken those skills and he can still use a saber the way he was using it essentially in the prequel era. But this is ridiculous. They employed someone. They paid someone to come in and teach these actors how to wave their hand like they're using the force and make it look cool. That is unbelievable to me. Unbelievable that a director can't go up to their actors and say, oh, you need to use the force here, so do a force push or wave your hand like you're opening a door or, you know, lift this up. She's talking about how we've got to make it feel like we're lifting up the ground or something like that. They had to employ someone. They had to pay someone to come in and teach them that. So again, like, no wonder we're not seeing the money that was spent on this show on screen, like what we get to see. A lot of the money, I think, was spent on stupid positions like the intimacy coordinator and like these people that come in to teach them how to use the force. It's mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. And of course, I just want to go back to the intimacy coordinator for a second. Why do you need an intimacy coordinator in a Star Wars show? Did they have an intimacy coordinator for Han and Leia back in the OT? No. Was that good? Yes. Is this bad? Yes. So it seems like the intimacy coordinator makes intimacy moments worse than the actual writer or the creator or the director coming in and just saying, we need to do this scene. You know what I mean? It is absolutely mind-blowing. She, her, hers. It's going to reflect Leslie Headland's queer identity, but no, it's not. No, it's not. Because now you're saying that it's gay and that it's you know, we got lesbian witches and stuff like that. Then why did you need an intimacy coordinator for that episode? Why did you need an intimacy coordinator for the lesbian witches? And of course, just a reminder that this was what was being said before the episodes were released, before the series was actually released.
I want to ask you both because this is, I would say, arguably the gayest Star Wars, I think, by a considerable margin. And are you excited about that? Are you bracing yourself?
Star Wars.
It's pretty gay, let's be honest. Leslie, how do you feel?
Am I gay? Yes.
Well, no,
It's funny how, like, they do this interview and they're talking about it being gay and nerds are gay and all of this kind of thing. And Leslie Headland's talking about the intimacy, reflecting her own queer identity. And now we're backpedaling because everybody's seen it for what it is and it's absolute garbage. because there's no actual story. But then again, that's not what this video is about. Everybody's talking about Leslie Headland backpedaling and the damage control that's being done. I'm specifically looking at the money that's being spent on this show on stupid, ridiculous positions like the intimacy coordinator and somebody coming in to teach them how to wave their hand like they're using the Force. What an absolute joke. It's mind-blowing. Anyway, that's it. It's a quick one. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Later, guys.